Grade 8s, welcome to your Friday math lesson. In our last lesson, we were talking a little bit about fact families and how if you are given three numbers, such as 6, 8, and 48, how are they all related to one another? So you were listing out how they are related. So for example, if we look at our multiplication table, we know that 6 times 8 equals 48. And therefore, 8 times 6 equals 48 as well. And then we also looked at doing division. So if I have 48 and I divide it by 6, that gives me 8. And if I have 48 divided by 8, that will give me 6. So we are able to create all these different multiplication and division solutions and problems based off of just three numbers because they're all related to one another, that even if I have them multiplied by each other, if I have 6 and 8 multiplied by each other, even if I switch them around, I still get the same result. Because if I have 6 groups of 8 or if I have 8 groups of 6, I have the same amount I have the same amount at the end of the day. Or if I have 48 jelly beans and I give it out to 6 friends, each one gets 8. Or if I have 48 jelly beans and giving it out to 8 friends, they each get 6. So we were talking a little bit about those. In our last lesson, you were given 3 numbers. This time around, you're only going to be given 2, and they're going to be put into a triangle. And what we have to do is try to complete the triangle and then list all the problems. So I'm going to give you an example right here. So we have a triangle, and we have the numbers 4 and 3. We have to find this missing number right here. One way we can find this missing number is we have to look at our 2 numbers here. Does 3 go into 4 evenly? No, it wouldn't work because 4 is not a big enough number. So what we can do though is we can do 4 times 3, and that gives us 12. And another way we can do it is 3 times 4, and that will also give us 12. So by multiplying these 2 numbers together, we figured out what this missing number is here, and that's 12. And now I can write out the rest of our fact family relationships. So I can do 12 divided by 3, and that gives me 4, and I can do 12 divided by 4, and that will give me 3. And that's how we are finding our fact family relationships. So in this case, we were given 2 numbers, and all we had to do was multiply them by each other. And let's do another example. So we're going to do another example. So it's going to be a triangle, and we have to find the missing digit in the triangle. So let's do, we have 20 and we have 4. So we have to find the missing digit in this triangle. We could do 4 times 20, like we did in the last problem. We could just multiply them by each other. But the easiest way is if you have one bigger number and a smaller number, try to see if you can divide that number first. If it creates a whole number, you know it's going to work. If it creates a decimal, then it does not work. So let's try doing division first to see if that will work. So we have 20. Let's try dividing it by 4. 20 divided by 4, if I punch that into a calculator, that gives me 5. So in this case, it will work because we have an even number as our result. It's not a decimal. And therefore, I can finish up the rest of my problems because I found out what my missing digit is, and I can just put in the rest of my fact family relationships. So I have 20 divided by 5, and that will equal 4. 20, you can do 4 times 5, and that will equal 20. And then we can do 5 times 4, and that will equal 20 as well. So this is what you're going to be doing for your Friday math, is you're going to be given more fact family triangles, but it's going to have a missing digit in it, and you're trying to fill in that missing digit. You're trying to figure out what's the third number in that fact family. All right, so that is it for Friday. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever, or if you want to have a little bit more practice or anything, let me know. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and be sure to email me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.